The Ripple case is over. No more appeals. It's done with 5 long years. I remember when this case dropped, the end of, I believe, 2021. And it was just a blow to the entire market, especially XRP and Ripple. People thought that Ripple was done, like, oh, as if their meme coins would have survived that type of fire as well. Think about all the other coins that are out there that have no utility, meaningless, and they're laughing at Ripple as if they were put in that same situation, they would have survived the fire, which, whatever. Ripple did. They survived the fire. There was no validity to the SEC's calls, and it came out shining. From the beginning, Ripple has just been outstanding as a company, and this is just another notch in their belt. Way more to go on the journey, but this is a great triumph. And so this legitimizes, again, cryptocurrency and digital assets. There is more custodian functions. There are going to be more custodian options for cryptocurrency and XRP. And if you don't know what custodian means, it's like a bank. You go and put your money into Bank of America. They are custody of your assets and your funds. And so while it's with cryptocurrency, it's our private keys, it's our ledger, nanos, it's our different hard wallets, cold wallets, things of that nature. But there is going to be more custodians of digital assets, which is great, because there is a generation of people who don't really care to have private keys. They don't care to have all the buttons and the numbers and things connected to this and that. They want to know their money is safe, right? Just like in the bank. And so that is going to bring an influx of people, institutional investors, into this market, and it's already happening. And so just today Trump had signed an executive order for cryptocurrency or digital assets to be a part of your retirement portfolio. Big deal. You see the framework, you see the rails, you see all the pieces coming together. Your Ripple and XRP is poised to be a front runner in that. Not your meme coin. I don't even say not even Bitcoin. XRP. I knew when the case was brand new. I knew when the case hit the scene that XRP was not a security. It's utility. And people will demonize something they don't understand. They'll either demonize something they don't understand, or because it's a threat to the existing patterns. And I think you got a little bit of both, to be honest with you, with this SEC case. I believe it's a threat to traditional finance, and also it was it's something that people just don't simply understand. They don't understand as well. And so you have the battle both sides. And I think that as the case went on, you were battling the threat to traditional finance. Like I said in a few short videos before, you think about the Federal Reserve, how they basically, they created their own entity within the government to oversee banks and institutions. And the same play was being made for cryptocurrency. And Ripple, I believe Ripple stood in the way of that. And I believe that was an influence point for the SEC case, but it didn't work. Thank goodness it didn't work, because what we know as cryptocurrency, it will be going in a totally different direction. Actually, it will be going in the same direction as traditional finance, as you have a Federal Reserve over that. And so I'm glad that did not happen. I don't think we're totally out of the woods. I don't think we'll ever be out of the woods totally, but this is a great triumph for digital assets, of the entire digital asset space. This is not financial advice. This is for entertainment purposes only. But if you have not invested into XRP, don't get sucked in right now. Just let me let you know right now, because the price from what I saw before, I think it's about $330 right now. So it's look like it's going to be starting to rise some, but don't get FOMO and get sucked in. Let me be honest with you. There are cycles in this market. Things go up, things come down as well. You have to be patient and wait for the cycles. If you want to go into it, by all means. I'd rather you go in now than not at all. Once again, not financial advice, because I believe this is going to go extremely higher than $3. I believe it's going to be in the thousands to be able to settle remittances worldwide, globally. And you know, you have ETFs that are coming on the scene, and we know that what happens when ETFs like Bitcoin and Ethereum ETFs, which really rose the price of those assets, and I believe nothing but the same for Ripple and XRP. So once again, not financial advice. Definitely do your research, but know what you hold. Know that this, you know, there is a saying that goes, what is tested can be trusted. And see, XRP just went through a 5-year test and it came out on top. And so would you rather trust that? Because at the end of the day, you could say, you know, we are going to be, you know, away from the governments, away from the banks. But in order for you to make this cryptocurrency thing work, there has to be on-ramps, and the on-ramps are going to go through KYC. Know your customer is going to go through, you know, the banks and the institutions and things of that nature. So it's never going to be detached, right? And so know that Ripple and XRP has been tested, and they are working with these institutions, not against them. If you try to work against the institutions and banks, it's not going to work. I don't care what you do, it's just not going to work. They're not going to let it work. And so your best interest is to work with them. And XRP and Ripple have done a great job of doing so. Like and subscribe for more content.